So recently I've been really into sci-fi. With the upcoming game Starfield to the amazing photos of our own galaxy, I decided this day we're going to make a little asteroid diorama. So to start, I got a round piece of styrofoam and started making dents in it. Originally this was going to be a planet, but somewhere in the making it turned into an asteroid. So next it was time for me to find some accessories to fit our little asteroid, so I did a big excavation into my bits box. And I thought, you know what would be really cool? A little mining colony on this asteroid, as a search for some rare materials. The year is 3180, where the Earth faces the threat of more catastrophic solar flares. A group of courageous asteroid miners embark on their starship named the Phoenix. The destination was a remote asteroid belt, home to the rare minerals known as solarium crystals, capable of not only shielding the Earth, but humanity as a whole from whatever threat hides in the shadows. And it was at this point I realised these clippers made a really cool rock effect, so I made a mine revealing these precious metals. With meticulous precision, the crew manoeuvres their mining drones, carefully extracting the precious crystals from the asteroid's rugged depths. Each crystal handled with the utmost care. The crew of the Phoenix would leave behind drones to dig out materials and ship them off back to Earth. After getting a snug fit, I decided to remove all of the shell, which took forever and was so messy, but the end outcome looked so good. With the outside shell complete, I wanted to add an almost ground texture to the more flat surfaces, so it looked like not everything has been mined out and that there's some crust left on top. To do this, I used a nice texture paste. And finally, it's time to prime this bad boy after a smooth coat of glue. But first, it's time to make a stand out of the other side of the lid we used in my last diorama. If you didn't see that video, make sure to check it out, as it was pretty good if I say so myself. So with the ball primed, it's time to get painting. Now I wanted a standard grey asteroid, and in order not to ruin the foam, it's airbrushing time. I always find once you add that first layer of paint, the whole vision comes clear, and all of the colours start to come to my imagination. After that, it was time to dry brush various greys, ending with a white for some much needed texture. For this asteroid, I wanted some colour variations, like the inner core of the rare materials has changed the colour of the asteroid, and that's how these brave explorers find such hidden gems on the asteroid belts. So the best colours for the job was a bluey green for any of the surface rocks and a purple for any of the interior mined rocks. I thought this gave it quite a nice contrast. For one of these rare materials, I wanted a nice bronzy colour. So I base coated it in bronze and wet blended some more rich tones below and on top, to of course add more contrast. And for the other metal, a basic silver with some washes later on will do. Now it's time for the most daunting part of the project for me, painting smoke. I had no idea how to paint smoke, but with some reference photos I got to work. I started with a bright yellow tip and wet blended down into a deep orange. Then at the very bottom of the smoke, I darkened the colours and built up some grey until it finally resembled some smoke. Now, why is there some smoke in space, you might add? Well, that's a mystery you'll have to find out yourself. And finally, it's time to paint the ship. Unfortunately, as you've probably seen earlier, some of the resin bits suffered quite a lot on some of the sides. So I tried to paint around them the best I could, with the classic paint scheme of white, silver, and orange. So all there was left to do was to add and remove some enamel washes. With their mission now complete, it was time to hop to the next belt, where not only would horrors face them, their sanity would be tested to the extreme. But I guess that's a story for another time, or rather, another diorama. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been Reese, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.